Hey everybody, welcome into Nightcap with RhinoMan. I'm your host, Tom, aka RhinoMan, and today we got a special episode. We got SpongeBob that landed a grand, and we're gonna find out all about it. The other thing we got going on today, TikTok Live. We're on TikTok at the same time. Hope you guys enjoy this on TikTok. I haven't got it down on my computer yet, so all you're gonna get to see is this ugly face. But it's okay. You'll be able to hear everything. I hope you can hear everything now. Let me put this mic on. We should be good to go. If somebody's in TikTok, just let me know. Let me know you're okay. I won't be able to respond too much, but hey, hopefully you can hear it. Everybody in the channel, how we do. Hopefully this thing's not buffering too much. If it is, I'm going to have to get rid of something here. Anyway, guys, welcome into Nightcap. As I do, you know I always do it. And today's no different. I have 3 questions for you. Is there something you wanted to do, but didn't do it because you wanted to take the safe route? Hey, I need to know. What did you want to do, but you decided, hey, I'm going to take the safe route instead and not do that other thing? We've all done it. We've all went the safe route. We didn't follow what we wanted to do, and we took the safe route instead. Just need to know. Okay. Question number 2. When do you stop chasing your dreams or stop chasing a dream? You know, you're a kid. When you're a kid, you want to be an astronaut. You want to be a firefighter, cop. You want to be a basketball player, football player, whatever it is. When do you stop following those dreams? When you have no talent? Hey, maybe that's a good time to do it. Let me know. Sorry, I can't respond to the chat. I can't see it. I got a setup here. I'm going to let you guys see what's going on just so you know how I do things. Right now, we're live on TikTok and we're live on YouTube. I don't want to push you guys from one platform to another. Stay on TikTok. Watch me on TikTok. Watch me on YouTube. Watch me wherever you want to watch me. Anyway, question number 3. If you could do anything you wanted to do, knowing that you would not fail, what would you do? Leave it in the comments. Let me know. Today, guys, Big Easy. We're going to meet him in a few minutes. But first, I want to put some shout outs. You see the banner going across the bottom there? Whoa, Jim's Johns. Oh, what happened here? Okay, guys. I'm sorry. I didn't save my changes. We got the new subs to the bottom of the screen right there. I wanted to recognize some new subs. The next episode tomorrow, it's going to be a good one. We got Top Dollar Mike on the show. He's a fantastic channel. If you haven't checked him out, go over and check him out and be ready for tomorrow's show. We'll get this going in a minute. Let's do some shout outs. I see a bunch of people in the chat already. Thank you guys for coming in. Let me get back up here to the top. Yamaha Resort, Yamava Casino and Resort. Thank you for coming in. Slot Savvy PK, thank you for coming in. Hey guys, I'm going to give you another little view here. I'm going to add this one to the stream just so you could get a little quick view. This is the camera. I got the green screen behind me. As you can see right here, hey, it's another view. I got 2 cameras going. Wanted to give you guys a little bit of a look of how I got my setup going. I got my screen right there. That's what I'm looking at. That's what you're looking at. You're looking at my ugly face. If you also see over here, I got some Coronas ready to go. Anyway, Rockin' Rocco Slots, Simi Scratch and Ernie, Vanessa Davis, thank you for coming in. Stacia's Slot Channel, thank you for coming in. Again, Slot Savvy PK, hey, I love it. Brazen Slots, I have to reach out to Jaywalking, thank you for coming in. Randy the Slot Wizard, it's Corona time, bro. You know how it is. If somebody in the chat could do me a favor and just let me know if it's sputtering or anything else, I have to remove some of this. Miranda, Becky A, SoCal Slots, thank you for coming in. Really appreciate it. Let's see who else. Sister Yoshi, there you go. There's my channel manager. Vanessa Davis, Kino Kid and Kino Candy. I enjoyed. Hey, if you guys haven't had a chance to check it out yet, go over and check it out after this live and check out what's happening with Sister Yoshi's birthday bash. We had a fantastic time at Saboba Casino. There were a lot of slot channels, including our guest today, and we just had a blast out there. We had so much fun. Sister Yoshi's driving. She can't talk now, but it's okay. She'll get home soon. She had a rough day. Let's see who else is here. Um, we are all good. I hear a little static. Oh, I don't know what the static's from. Let me try and reduce that down. Here we go. That should be a little bit better. I got some new equipment here that I'm working with, so hopefully you guys like it. Let's get this gentleman on the show. I'll remove the behind the scenes right now, and we will bring him on. Bro, how you doing?
Hey, how you doing, RhinoMan? Thanks for having me on. Appreciate for everyone that's joining us today.
Hey, I appreciate you coming on the show. You know, we'll get into your grand and everything else, but am I stuck? Am I frozen? I don't know.
It's
I'm just
lagging a little bit.
Is it really? That's because your grand video is just, taking up everything here. I'm going to
I wish it was.
remove that. I'm going to remove it right now. We'll bring it back on later. I do want to show that. So hopefully that'll speed things up a little bit here and we could get going. Blue Collar Slots, thank you for coming in. Hey, he says, hey, RhinoMan and Big Easy. We're going to talk about him in a few minutes because he has something to do with over the weekend and what you did. So you got to rub some of that look off on me. TikTok, welcome in. Thank you guys for being here. I really appreciate it. Bro, tell me about yourself.
Well, I'm recently retired, and that's kind of why I started a slot channel. Just give me something to do. I also want to pursue playing poker at a higher level. I haven't had the time to invest in doing that yet. I need a lot of practice. It's been a while since I played competitively.
Okay.
So that's kind of where I'm at. Got 3 kids.
Okay.
Yeah,
3
kids, 2 in college, 1 just graduated, and I got a little guy that just turned 12 yesterday.
So, how old are your kids?
My older daughter is 25, Rebecca. Julia's 23, and then my son's 12.
Wow, you were busy.
Yeah, well, the little guy, what happens in Vegas is supposed to stay in Vegas. He came home with us.
So. That's usually what goes on. Gamblebee Slots and more, thank you for coming in. SoCal Slots, Goldie One, TL Slots, thank you, really appreciate it. So where do you live, bro?
I live in the city of Corona, Southern California.
Okay. Hey, we're going to have to get together a lot more because you're not too far from me. You're on my way to Harrah's, one of those Paula casinos, any one of those casinos down there. If you're in Corona, you're probably gambling quite a bit because you're not too far at all from any of those casinos.
Yeah, I don't know if it's fortunate or unfortunate, but I have a lot of casinos within an hour.
Hey,
so
it's a double-edged sword.
Yeah.
When you get those lucky streaks, we're gonna find out which one's your favorite. On another note, since most of your kids, like me, I have 4 kids, and they're pretty much all out of the house. I got one that's lagging right now. She's not ready to get out, but I love her. She could stay here as long as she wants. But when they all left, I had all this free time, and that's when I really started delving into it. Is that the same for you? Did you get more into going to the casinos and everything, trying to fill a void from your kids being gone?
Yeah, what happened was my original plan upon retiring was to go back into jiu-jitsu full time. And I had set a goal to compete in the nationals like 9 months out. And then COVID hit, and there was like, well, there's no way I could roll around with people face to face, So then it was, what else can I do except to keep busy? So I like fishing. I do that. I do a lot of fishing. And then I enjoy gambling. It's very relaxing to me. So I said, you know what? I'm just going to go ahead and start a slot channel just for fun and get stuff out there. And that's kind of how it all started, really.
Okay, give me 1 second. Lady Sapphire, thank you for the $2.99 super sticker. Really appreciate that. Thank you for coming in, by the way. Sorry I didn't get you earlier. Jiu-jitsu, boy. Boy. Jiu-jitsu, bro. I've seen you. You're a big guy. Rolling around. Cage fighting. I know you love the UFC. You love the fights and everything.
Yeah, I've done martial arts pretty much my whole life.
Okay.
I started jiu-jitsu when I was 40, 39, 40 years old. Fell in love with it. It's really a great community. I always tell people, hey, if you feel lonely, if you think you need friends, you need companionship, join a jiu-jitsu academy, because you're accepted right away. People look out for you. They encourage you. I learned very quickly that, you can't go to spring training, right? And have Kershaw come over to you and say, hey, I heard you pitch, your little league coach. Come here, let me show you how to pitch the correct way, right? That's not going to happen. But when you go to a jiu-jitsu academy, you can literally have a world champion or someone that's in that class walk up to you and say, hey, you're not doing that right. You need to work on your technique. You're trying to use too much strength, and that was like one of the experiences I had with a gentleman. At that time, I was really into working out. I was, working out 3 times a day. I was basically doing cardio in the morning, weightlifting at lunchtime, and 3 hours of martial arts in the evening. And at the time, he was a brown belt at the time. And he came over to me and he goes, you're trying to overpower everybody. That's not the way it works, And he literally took 2 hours of his time that day just to teach me.
Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second. We're going to get back into this. Melvin Lopez, thank you for coming in. Cheers, bro. Thank you for the Coronas. Michelle, thank you for coming in. James Krupler, thank you. Michelle. The Slob Bandits, Pickle Rick, thank you for coming in. Really appreciate it. Okay, so you were overpowering people, and this guy came and spent some time with you. What was the advice you got?
He basically taught me that take my time, technique, right? Breathing. That's one of my problems in combat sports. I get excited and I forget to breathe, and I've been in tournaments before. When you're in a tournament, it's you hear the buzz, but you don't really hear it. It's kind of like a muffled noise. So when your coaches are yelling instructions, one of the instructions my coaches were always yelling were breathe. You have to breathe, right? Because what happens is you end up holding your breath and you're using a lot of energy and you get exhausted like really fast. But he taught me that patience and just technique over strength.
Okay, that's excellent tips. SoCal Slots, Miranda, thank you for the $4.99 super chat. We need another SoCal slot channel event with all of us. There are so many that live so close. You're absolutely right. Doesn't even need to be an event. It could be a birthday. It could be a celebration. It could be anything where we all just get together and have a blast. So
yeah, that was a great time.
It was. It turned into an event. That was awesome. So I'm going to touch on a thing you said. If you're feeling like you're lonely, you want to meet some new people, just go to jiu-jitsu. They could throw you around. You'll get to know them really well. Is that what you were going for there?
Yeah. If you think about it, there's not very many things that are as intimate as trying to choke each other out. Right. So you're competing with someone, you're trusting them that if they do get you in a compromising position, that they're not going to do anything stupid. Right. And they expect the same from you. So you build quite a bond.
That is awesome. Thank you, Slot Savvy PK, for the $3 super sticker. I really appreciate it. Not Mrs. Rhino tries to choke me out all the time, but I'm not sure if I tap, she'll let go. So I just got to watch it there.
Yeah, you got to be careful.
You've been doing right?
Yeah.
You'll meet her. She will choke me out. So you've been doing jiu-jitsu since you're 40. How old are you now?
56.
Wow, that's awesome. I tried, early on, my son did Taekwondo from the age of 6 all the way through 15. And during that time, I was taking it to it and helping out. And then the dojo that we went to, we ended up getting into Hapkido, a little bit of jujitsu, a little bit of everything. So, I did get tossed around a little bit by the masters there at the studio. So I do know how that bonds people together. And that's awesome that you do that. How many tournaments have you entered with
Well,
jiu-jitsu?
I haven't done it in a long time. Our last tournament, I think it was 2004,
Okay.
and came in second in my division, but I transitioned between jiu-jitsu, then I started doing MMA, and
Okay.
then just combat fighting. So it was one of the striking instructors there, where we would do
Okay.
everything basically. It was more of an MMA class. It was the base was Jeet Kune Do, and then from there he incorporated jiu-jitsu, wrestling, and a lot of Muay Thai kickboxing.
Fantastic. Hey, everybody on TikTok, thank you guys for coming in. I'm sorry I'm not reading the chat. If you want to take a look, my phone is a little bit far away. I'm filming. I'm trying to get it on my computer so you could have the full experience of Nightcap with RhinoMan. That'll be coming soon. So just hang in there. I'll get it all together so you guys will be able to do that. Thank you guys for the wonderful gifts and for the messages. I'm going to go back through this and read them all later. I really do appreciate it. I just want you guys to know that. So, jiu-jitsu, mixed martial arts. Who's your favorite mixed martial artist?
Um, I would probably say Anderson Silva overall,
Okay.
and George St. Pierre.
Okay.
BJ Penn. I think BJ Penn was. He needs to be considered during his prime to be one of the best ever. You know, that guy when that guy was in his prime, he was just amazing. He could do everything and do it very well.
What about Super Squirrels in the house? Thank you so much for coming in. What about because I'm back from the day. I worked at a company called Hemacare. And the owner of that time of the manager of that time was a guy named Bill Nicely, and his daughter was actually going out with Tito Ortiz. So when we would get together at his house, or he would take us to Vegas to watch some of the fights. I mean, we got to see one of the Tito Ortiz and Shamrock fights in Vegas. We were right there. We got to go to the after party and everything else. It's one of the fights that he did not win. So even though he lost, it was still a good time.
Yeah.
But
You know, Tito is a guy who does not get enough credit, I believe,
yeah,
because
definitely.
when the UFC was going through its transition, right? When they were about to go out of business, he was the star, right?
Yeah.
And you'll never hear Dana White say that, but Tito Ortiz was the guy. He was the UFC. He was the face of the UFC,
Yeah.
right? And then
Yeah.
later, Matt Hughes came along and kind of carried that banner. And
Randy.
yeah,
You know,
but
we can talk UFC. We can talk UFC all day. Maybe that's another episode at a different time. But bro, I had no idea that you were in that. Where did you grow up? Did you grow up in Corona your whole life?
No, I grew up. I was born in Boyle Heights, East LA, and it was
Neighbors,
kind of
bro.
it was kind of a rough neighborhood. So my parents got me out of there when I was 5 years old.
Okay.
And we moved to Huntington Park area and then to Whittier.
Okay.
But
I used to live right off of
Southern
Lorena.
California my whole life.
Yeah, I used to live right off of Lorena over there. Boyle
Okay.
Heights, bro. From there, moved to Hollywood. I was like Hollywood, Vermont, and Beverly area. Went to Virgil, went to Belmont. So I was all in that area right there. Then we moved a little bit south by USC. We lived by USC for a while. So, it's pretty much same stopping grounds. I can't believe that we're going to talk about gambling, but yeah.
Yeah, we were talking earlier about all the time we spent at Harrah's, that we're probably there so many times and never connected, together.
Exactly. Exactly. Guys, I'm really sorry if I'm not seeing the chats go by. Gambling Granny is in the house. Thank you for coming in, Gambling Granny. Really appreciate it. I'm looking so forward to the event that's coming up for you in October. I can't wait. Got my tickets. Hope you guys got your tickets too, because that's going to be a real good event. I'm
I didn't
looking
get a
so.
ticket, but I'm going anyways.
Okay, come with me,
I'll go
bro.
support you guys.
We could sneak you in the back door. I don't think she'll mind. So yeah, so that's the good one. Same areas, grew up in the same neighborhood. Where'd you go to high school?
I went to Bell High School.
Bell.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Yeah.
you're not far. You're right in that same area.
Yeah. And
Okay,
then,
we're gonna jump from personal now to gambling.
Okay.
When did you start gambling? You are fit. You said 54, right?
56.
56. This guy's 56 and he's retired. What am I doing wrong? What did you do, bro, to retire?
Remember when you talked about those choices?
Yeah.
You had to make choices, right? There was a point in my
Okay.
life, right around 2002 or 2003. That's when poker blew up. Texas Hold'em had
Okay.
blown up. I've been playing poker my whole life, and I played in the LA Open, and
That
I
one's
came
for
in.
you, by the way.
And I
Can you
came.
see
Hey,
the message?
Sonia, thanks for joining us. And I came in 6th place, and I lost with pocket aces against pocket kings.
Wow.
It was just a really bad break. If things would have gone a little bit different there, I probably would have quit my job and played poker professionally.
So did you cash in that event?
Yeah, I made $19,000 in that event, and that was 2003 or 4. And it was me and my wife had the discussion, because I had played high stakes poker against pros, and I've done pretty well and stuff. But I had a good city job also, great benefits, great retirement, great pension, So we talked about it and we decided that we would leave the poker for another day and take care of the family, make sure the family had the stability that it needed.
So Becky A says, that's crazy, Big Easy. I grew up in Huntington Park and Whittier also. Becky, how have I not ran into you either? I'll bet you anything.
I might know Becky. She's too young though, but she was a little. Maybe I know if she has an older brother or sister. I probably know him.
There you go, Becky. Older brother, sister. Let us know. Melly Love Slots is in the house. Thank you for coming in.
Hey, Melly. Love Melly also. She's great.
Oh, you know what? I have the best, as the Gambler After Dark. I don't see him in here. The best moderators in the world. Best people that come in and support the channel. I really do appreciate it. Kaz, really appreciate that. Thank you for coming in there. Hey, Carmen, thank you for being in here. I can't say enough about Sister Yoshi. You met Sister Yoshi. Sister Yoshi is.
I love the Yoshis. I love the whole family. And Sister Yoshi helped me so much this last week, trying to get the video together. She spent a lot of time helping me out and stuff, and trying to get me going in the right direction and stuff. And that's a wonderful thing about this community. You meet so many selfless people, so many people that are going to help you out. I talked earlier about jiu-jitsu. In this community, I have found so many people that everyone supports each other and stuff, and they try to help your channel grow. They give you advice. It's really neat. I'm glad I found this group.
And the way that I look at it is, bring the whole community up. If we help you get up, more eyes are on you, more eyes are on us, more eyes are on the whole community. It's a good thing. It's
Yeah, there's no reason that everyone can't grow together, Exactly. And there's more power. There's more power in unity, and stuff. And just stay positive and help each other out.
without a doubt. CJ gambling and stuff. I'm trying to squint to see the thing. Thank you for watching me on TikTok. I really appreciate it. Bro, I got to get you on the channel. Anybody, I'm going to make this announcement now. Anybody that wants to come on the show, please message me on Facebook Messenger. I'll get back to you. I have plenty of time to do plenty of these shows. I want to meet each and every one of you in person as well as do these interviews. Hey, I enjoy it. I sit here, have a drink. I had no idea he did do. I was going to say played jujitsu, did jujitsu, and he's getting ready to get into a UFC fight in the cage pretty soon. Hopefully, no, I'm joking, bro. But
On a video
it
game.
could happen. On a video game, it could happen. But yeah, the community. The more people you help up, the more you help yourself up. That's what it breaks down to.
Yeah, and you asked about how long I've been gambling. I've been gambling since I was about 4 or 5 years old, and it all started with my grandmother.
Okay.
So we had a really good nuclear family. We always hung out on the weekends. We were either at the beach, the mountains, barbecuing at someone's house. And
Little touchy, welcome in.
Yeah, Grandma loved to gamble, so she would bring out the loteria cards, which is bingo.
Okay.
Latin bingo, and everyone would pitch in a penny, and you would play, and the pot would be 12 or 15 cents, and you would play, and that was for hours. And then when I was about 10, then they let me into the poker game, right? We had like the little kids poker game, but then they let me in. I was doing well enough and understanding, they let me into the adult poker game.
Nice.
So I started honing my poker skills really young.
At an early age, you were doing the thing with the poker. So
yeah,
in case you guys don't know, I'm gonna throw this out there. It's one of the questions that's coming up, so I guess we could get to it now. He was this close to becoming a professional poker player. This close. So I know you said you went the safe route, but explain the thought process in trying to become a professional poker player.
Well, I started just going, to play for fun, right? And I was doing really, really well against the weaker players. So then my wife loved to go see Ben Affleck and Tobey Maguire and stuff, and they were all playing on the high stakes tables. And at the bicycle club, you could go up, or at Commerce, and they would let you watch these big games.
My God, bro! I don't play a lot of poker myself. I'm the low limit poker player, but one of my buddies is he's about this close to being a professional poker player. He makes money going to the casino and playing poker, cash games all the time. Him and two of my friends that I've grown up since elementary school. We would always go to either the Bike or Commerce or
Hawaiian
Wendy.
Gardens.
My girlfriend worked at Hawaiian Gardens. That's she's then that's how I met not Mrs. Rhino. So we went to the stomping grounds. We passed each other several times, I'm sure.
Yeah. But in watching those games, right? I was watching and I would say to myself, that's a mistake, right? Or that's a mistake and stuff. And then, because I was really good at reading people, and I'm very analytical. So figuring out the odds and all that stuff comes very naturally to me. So then little by little, I started playing bigger and bigger tables. And then I met a friend there who told me, dude, let's go to Vegas on the weekends and we can make a lot of money, right? So basically, I'm like, well, how do we make a lot of money in Vegas playing poker? All the pros are here and stuff. And basically it was, you go to the Bellagio at 2 o'clock in the morning, you get in the $2,000 game, and you just wait, right? Because there's a lot of tourists that are very wealthy. They've been drinking all day. They're hammered. And you would literally just sit there and watch them play, pick up their tells, and you would wait to trap them. Yeah. And you would trap them, and you could make, $4,000 or $5,000 in a weekend. And it was pretty consistent. And that's kind of the way I was saving up my bank to be able to try to, play in some tournaments and stuff like that. But that was kind of the plan back then.
Real quick, Super Squirrel says Rhino plays at his new bar, his house. They have liquor in the front and poker in the rear.
I've been
Yeah,
to that bar.
You've been to that bar.
I've been to that bar.
Thank you, Super Squirrel, for coming in. Barbara Castillo, sorry I didn't mention you earlier. Thank you for being here. Really appreciate it. Juicy Jungle, thank you for coming in. So you were just going and taking people. I was probably one of those people that you took, because I was only going to drink with friends and hang out and have a good time, a few $100 and just play poker. My thing at the bike or at Commerce was Pan 9. I love the Asian games. I would sit there and play Pan 9 for hours.
Yeah, a lot of action in those games.
Oh yeah. So you with your grandma, early age. Did you do that with your kids? Did you teach them how to play poker at an early age?
Their mom actually taught them to play. I tried not to teach them to play, but they're okay. They're okay themselves. But yeah, I started with my grandma, and then my mom and my godfather loved to gamble. So we were in Vegas a lot. We were here in Laughlin a lot, and they would basically drop me off at Circus, and I would be playing the midway games upstairs, and they would be playing slots downstairs. And
okay,
like at a young age, I was under 10. I found a slot machine that when there were $3 signs on the bottom reel.
Hey, Slot
the
Sister.
Next time,
okay, she's on TikTok.
So yeah, the next time that you spun the wheel, you were going to get the $3 signs in the middle, and it only paid double. It was like a $3 machine. It would pay you $6. But I would just literally walk around the casino and tell my uncle, "There's one here. There's one here," and he would go play, and he would just keep doubling up his money. But that's the kind of freaky stuff I notice. It's weird.
Hey, there's nothing wrong with that. You just gotta listen to those intuitions. Which brings me to a question: do you drink?
I drink socially, but I'll drink to have a good time too. But usually, I don't drink that often.
The question was leading to: do you drink while you gamble?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll drink when I gamble.
I'm not
afraid to have a good time.
No, I'm not. Don't threaten me with a good time. Gamblers unknown.
Right.
Thank you for jumping in. I know you can't stay, but I appreciate you coming in. But that brings me to a point, because, hey, this stuff makes me have bad decisions sometimes. So take a lesson, Rhino Man. Yeah, I'll try and take a lesson.
Yeah, every once in a while, when you're drinking, you get that hero courage, where you're like, man, I've been losing all day, but if I go to the high limit room right now, I'm going to get it all back.
Right? That's what I'm talking about, right, bro? Yeah. I mean, you know it. It's right there. I think all DJs think that way, but it just happens that it doesn't always work out that way. For Sister Yoshi, it has been working out that way lately, especially this past weekend. But that you get that bravery. Now, I find that in the morning times when I'm sipping on coffee, I'll usually do pretty good. I don't know if it's because I have all my senses around me and I know that I should be betting this and moving up slowly and doing that. But there's been a few times when I've been drunk and I've actually hit a $50 spin and got a bonus and it's paid off. Not often, but it does happen. Just while you're having fun. I mean, if you're on a good roll. And that was going to lead me to my next question with you. What's your biggest win?
My biggest win in poker was $19,000 in a tournament. And then the $10,000, the grand I just hit was the biggest. We had hit a grand previous to that, 9,300 on Buffalo Revolution. And that was on a 75-cent bet. So my wife I told her, this machine's going to hit the major. The major's due. She was literally playing that machine for like 4 hours. I came downstairs and I was like, "You're still on this machine?" And she's like, "Yeah, sit down with me."
Okay.
So I sat down, like, "Well, I'm gonna put some money in so that we go in together," and we literally hit the grand within half an hour. After that,
Well, so that was a group pool.
yeah, that was a group pull.
you and your wife group pool. Okay,
Yeah.
let's see if I could share this, and we could get it to play without it freezing up here. I'm going to go ahead and add this to the stream. Let's see.
Talk about losing your composure.
Uh-oh. So this was pretty awesome.
Yeah, it was hard to believe when I saw that cube light up and I knew I had a shot. When my heart started racing. This is the crazy part. I actually pause it because I'm tipping the waitress, and I come back to it.
Oh!
Yeah, that was awesome. I lost it. I didn't know what to do. It was great.
Now, there's a couple of things about that for me are a little bit strange. I've had a few that have done just that, where they've shown the ball in the last thing, but I've never done it. I think I've captured 6 videos with that and haven't got it yet. Let me get rid of this here. Hold on. Sorry.
Yeah, that was my first time ever seeing it lit. Only one other time I saw a ball flash on the third spin, when all the 2 previous spins were dark.
Okay. So it just popped in there on the third spin.
Yeah.
That's your first spin ever.
Yeah.
And Randy the Slot Wizard says, "I never drank in my life until I watched James for the first time." I think he's talking about what, James Spitzer, or I don't know. But that was your first grand. I can't believe that. Okay, so now we're going to talk about that feeling that you get when you hit that grand. And I don't know if he's still in here, but I want to know about how you met Blue Collar Slots.
Okay, so I was at Laughlin. Same rack of machines. There's 4 of them, 4 lightning links, and we were sitting next to each other. And I got a bonus, so I took out my camera, I started recording. Then he goes, "Hey, do you have a YouTube channel?" And I go, "Yeah." And then he said, "Oh, I have one too." And then he gave me his card, and we exchanged numbers and stuff. And so it was kind of cool, meeting him there. And then lo and behold, I met Brazen from Brazen Slots, and she kind of introduced me to the community. I started meeting more and more people and stuff. And then Pamela from Slot Savvy, I met her, and then she started introducing me to more people. And then next thing I know, me and Blue Collar are talking to each other on all the chat stuff. And it's like, this is really crazy.
Okay.
We met out of nowhere, and now we're kind of in the same circle. So it's kind of cool.
Okay. Do you want to say hi to TikTok, Kitty? Hi, TikTok. Okay, so I wanted to get at that because you hit the grand after meeting Blue Collar Slots, right? Yeah. Okay.
That's correct.
For anybody out there, if you have not checked out Blue Collar Slots, he did a live this weekend, and he hit the grand on Buffalo Link. Live.
That was amazing.
I don't think I've ever seen a live grand before. Hey, T-Town, thank you for coming in. Kissy Cat, thank you for being here. So he hit that live there. So after you met him, you hit a grand. then he hit $1,000. But I met you this weekend, so I think it's my turn. Are you
Yeah, I
going to
think it
send some of
is.
that luck my way?
I sure will.
Hey,
If you watch my videos,
I would have.
at the end, I tell everybody, let's all hit $1,000 this year.
Hey, I'm
So
down for it.
so you're due. You're due.
I, I'm,
Even
I'm
though
waiting.
even though I gotta let you know that I did challenge Blue Collar to race him to the second one. So
Oh,
we're
okay.
racing for 2. So you got to get in there.
Okay. Maybe we should have a group pool or something, and I could get in it with you. So uh, that
Hey,
might
that'll
be
work.
something that we could do for
I
sure.
love group pools. They're
Um,
fun.
yeah, they are, especially if you're at all there together. That's what makes them fun. Hey, Brazen, thank you for coming in. I don't know.
Yeah,
Did Bray?
this weekend
What
at
did he?
Sister Yoshi's birthday bash, man, that was a blast. That was so much fun. It was great to see like all the slot channels together and being able to talk to everybody and bounce different ideas, and it was really cool. We need to just, I don't know, man. We should just do something where once a month we meet somewhere and just say like it's open to whoever wants to show up.
Hey, that's pretty much what an average weekend is. If you're going to Yamava or Saboba, or you're gonna run into real twinning slots. You're gonna run into the Yoshis. You're gonna run into oh yeah. If you're done at Saboba, you're gonna run into oh yeah sooner or later. Um, who did you meet when you first started going to Harris SoCal?
Um, the first person I met was NG,
Okay.
and this was pre-pandemic. I think when I met him, he had 12,000 subscribers, and I actually had asked him, if he was doing a documentary on slot channels, and
Hey there, Pit Steak. Sorry. Hey there, Pit Steak Gorilla. Thank you for coming in. Really appreciate it. Okay, sorry.
yeah, no worries. And then I told my wife, like, well, you got to check this guy out. It's pretty cool, right? Because he has like such a good personality and
Uh,
stuff. And I was telling her, like, I cannot believe that he has 12,000 subscribers. There's 12,000 people who will actually go and watch these things. And the next thing you know, we were like every day at 5 o'clock, we're watching. That's
uh,
something we were doing together. We sit there and watch NG, you know.
yeah.
So
12,000, that was early on when you met him because he's got way more than that now,
oh
for
yeah, it's
sure.
crazy numbers now.
Yeah, but I mean that's just it. I mean, for anybody starting the channel out there, it doesn't happen overnight. It didn't happen overnight for NG. It didn't happen overnight for NJ Slot Guy, Top Dollar Mike. It didn't happen that way for BC Raja. They worked at it.
Yeah. And I think
Mr. Handpay, all of them.
I think the most important thing is just have a good time. Like you were
Oh
telling me
yeah.
earlier, just do your thing. The subscribers will come. You know, don't be stressed about that. Don't be like worried about you. Just put out a decent product and stuff, and talk to people, get some advice, and have a good time.
Hey, Robert Kozinski, thank you for coming in. I am not bothering Brazen Slots. Sister Yoshi, she keeps my place. She makes sure that I don't bother anybody, especially Brazen. Mrs. Rhino would definitely strike me down if I started bothering Brazen. Yeah, but again, you go and you're at Harris and you meet NG. I've met him a few times too, at Harris SoCal, as well as
Cosmo.
at Cosmo. You could go
Yeah.
pretty much every other week. He's at Cosmo, so
Yeah.
you can find him there or any of the other channels. Mr. Mike is another one that's fabulous, and he'll sit there and talk to you for a long time. So you met these guys. Um, I asked you about your biggest win, how you met Blue Collar, but I didn't ask you, did you ever get into sports betting?
Yeah, I do pretty good at sports betting too. Um, for me, I would play slots for fun before, but I was almost exclusively like a blackjack player when I went to the casino. It was poker and blackjack. To me, slot machines, analytical, it's leaving it up to chance. So it was just, it's entertainment. It's different than when you have to make decisions and stuff, and that, I think that's why I bounce around so much on denominations when I'm playing, because I'm trying to find this analytical thing. I'm trying to see fireballs. I'm trying to see bonus game symbols. And if I'm not seeing them, I will just keep moving and moving. And, sometimes maybe I'm not giving the machine a chance to award me a bonus, because I'm moving so much. But everyone has a different perspective on how to do it.
I think no, not a different perspective at all. I personally, if you ever watched any of my slot videos, I'll start off dollar denom, go to 1 cent, 10 cents, 5 cents, 2 cents. I'll move around so much that people say, "Why do you keep jumping around?" Hey, I just do it. It works for me. I go with what works for me, because I feel that, especially after a bonus, after you get a bonus on Dragon Links, talking specifically about Dragon Links, guys, if you get a bonus on a certain denom, switch to a different denom right away. Don't sit there and chase the bonus. You can always go back to that denom later, but try and hit it at another one. I've found that after you hit it on one, if you move it up or you move it down, there's another one that's coming, and eventually you'll get back to that same denomination. If that's the hot one, it'll keep going for you. If not, just move on, or move on to a different machine. How long do you play a machine before you move on?
It all depends on that feeling. If it's giving me line hits, right, I'll stay on it for a while. If it's not really giving me line hits and I'm not seeing any of the bonus symbols, I move pretty quickly. One of my earlier videos on Panda Magic, where I think I started with 150 and I cashed out 2,000, and I never switched from the 2 cent denom, and I never every bet was $2 or $3, and I just kept winning and winning and winning. I hit a big major in there too, but it just kept giving me bonus after bonus after bonus. So that was kind of amazing.
Hey, that works. When you're on one of those machines, you just got to ride it out as long as you can.
Yeah.
I think Straight Up Slot says, if it ain't paying, I ain't staying. There's a lot of channels that have that, but that is the channel personality. I brought up Straight Up Slots because they have that saying. There's the Yoshis that always say rescue it. There's different channels that have a little, phrase or something they say. Slotty by Nature says more than the trigger. So you get to know these little phrases, everything that all say. That's part of their personality. Let's talk about your channel. Why did you start your channel?
Like I said, kind of to give me something to do when I was retired. We were pretty much in the heart of COVID and stuff, and we were actually escaping to the casino because we would go there and it's empty. There weren't very many people there, and that was like one of the places where we were able to go to get out of the house and stuff, and we felt relatively safe. And I had been considering it anyways, and then I said, you know what, I'm just going to go and do it. And it was not supposed to actually launch until this January, but my son was helping with me, and he launched it on his own by mistake. Right. So then I said, oh man. So then I just started putting up some material, some content, and that's kind of how I just got going.
That's fantastic. Pit State Gorilla says, off the subject, but can everybody say a prayer for the families in the Texas school shooting that happened this morning? That was terrible. I was watching something earlier about that. My prayers go out to all of the families, everybody that was involved in that. And this is happening way too often. I don't want it to get too far off topic, but yeah, my prayers go out to them. Thank you for bringing that up.
Yeah, that was terrible. It's heartbreaking. That's not something that the community easily recovers from, and the families, are devastated, of course. And yeah, it does happen too much. It's we need to try to do
It
something.
happens.
It's just it's tough, right? But there needs to be a way to fix this.
Yeah, that I agree 100%. But it's sort of like you know, everybody's become so desensitized to events such as that it's terrible. I mean, they're happening way too often. I don't want to get into that right now, but
Yeah.
that's a topic for a different time, different channel. We could talk about that on the Drunken Duo. I see Slot Sister in there. Hey, that's a Drunken Duo topic. We could get loaded and talk about that. I think that would be a fun. Well, I don't want to say fun, but that would be a topic that would be um, that would trigger some emotion for sure,
Yeah, that's
and
tough.
some debate. Anyway, it is tough. Thank you, Penn State, for bringing that up. Um, it's Texas people. Wake up. Okay, that was Kissy Cat. Um, anyway, we'll move on. So you started your channel. Your son accidentally launched the channel before you were ready to launch it, which is probably, I would say, a good thing because myself, I talked about starting a channel for almost a year and a half before I did. Um, and I think that was what happened to me as starting the channel, forcing me to produce content and keep things moving.
Yeah, he kind of pushed me into it.
Good. But you have somebody there that's sort of like a YouTube tech for you at age 12, right?
Yeah, he has a couple of his own channels. He does some stop motion movies. He does gaming channels. He games on Twitch. Um, so I don't know. In 5 years, he may be a big shot out there. He just got his first $5 donation on Twitch, so he was all excited about that. But yeah, I mean, he programs already
That
and stuff, so it's amazing.
that is awesome. At that age, doing it. What do your daughters think about you doing a YouTube channel?
Uh, they like it. They're not, they're kind of doing their own thing. They think it's funny and stuff. They're like, "Oh, Dad, you're doing YouTube and stuff," but they're supportive of it. They don't like to gamble as much, because they're like, "Oh, Dad, I don't want to lose the money and stuff." But then every once in a while, like my daughter Julia called me and she's all like, "Dad, I just won $600 in the casino." She's all excited, and so it's kind
Uh-huh.
of nice to hear them when they win.
Slot Savvy PK says, "Wow, I wished I had a techie living with us too." Um, so yeah, that definitely helps. Starting your channel. What's been the best part about your channel? I know you're fairly new, but for the most part, this is why I ask new channels because you're giving us a fresh perspective on doing a channel. When I started out, I had big ideas, I had big plans. I haven't narrowed those things down yet, but when you're starting out, those ideas and those that thought process um, sort of is new and refreshing. So, what what would you say the best part of your channel is,
Um, right now, I try to stay real positive.
or the best part of
Um,
YouTube?
yeah, I try to stay positive, and I try to have when people watch me, I want them to feel good and stuff, and I want to make it pleasant for them. Um, I was talking earlier. I want to incorporate something where I could add other things to it, maybe like food reviews, hotel reviews, like spots around Vegas and stuff. Other things to do besides gambling, and then have the gambling video follow that.
Okay,
But I'm just
okay,
looking to have a good
that's
time,
cool.
right? My wife's very supportive
So
and stuff.
and that was.
What was that?
Go ahead.
Oh,
I
I
was
said I'm
going to
lucky
say.
that.
So go ahead.
Okay, yeah. So I'm very lucky that my wife's very supportive. And she's right there with me and stuff. I've tried to get her to engage, but she's really shy. So, but once she gets going, she has a good personality, and we have a lot of fun together. So I'm kind of hoping that she'll join me on the channel more.
Nice. That would be cool if she did join you on the channel a little bit more, because it would add a different twist to your channel. I know you're starting out, and I'm looking forward to see what you have to do later on, as far as how you develop your personality. Give me 1 second. I just saw somebody come into the chat here. Um, all the best, Rhino Man, Big Easy. Sky's the limit, man. If you think of something, you could do it. Do it. Reviewing food, hotels, all that does help us all out as a community. Thank you, NG Slot Guy.
Thank you, NG Slot Guy.
Bro, he is. He's like a butterfly. I told him in the interview that I was planning to put a ball on and actually come in with the sunglasses and the beard and everything and do that. I just couldn't find a costume store that had the bald head, and not Mrs. Rhino wasn't going to let me shave my head in order to do that. I appreciate you coming in, bro. Thank you. Looking forward to meeting up with you soon. Ride and Riza, Lucky Adventures, thank you for coming in. Really appreciate it. Danny D, the Cool Scratcher fan, appreciate it. You guys are wonderful. Thank you so much. So
yeah, I appreciate everyone coming in today,
your channel,
and I appreciate you for giving me the opportunity.
Hey, it's my pleasure. Great to meet you. Spend some time with you, hang out. We got to have a little fun. We had lunch together. It was all good. That's what it's about.
Yeah, that's living right there. That's the definition of living.
Exactly. That's the definition of living. Just having a good time. I find it hard not to do the things I like to do, regardless of anything else around me. I like to go out. I like to have a good time. I like to meet people. So with your channel, you've gotten to meet a lot of people, as you said earlier. But if, from your perspective, new channel, if somebody came to you at the casino and said, Big Easy, I want to start a channel like you. What do I got to do? What advice would you give them?
First, let them know that it's work. You got to put in some time. Second of all, that they have to make sure that it's not taking away from their enjoyment of gambling, of their pastime. Okay. So be open-minded that, yeah, you can open it, you can try it. See how much work it's going to be. Make sure you're still enjoying yourself, and then proceed. And then just let them know, here's where you can find information. This is what's going to take. This is how much time it's going to take. And kind of give them an idea of it. Because, sometimes I gamble and I don't want to record. I just want to sit down, have a Jack and Coke, and whatever happens, happens. And I'll find myself saying like, oh man, it's a $900 major, right? And I'm like, well, I better film the bonuses, right? And then it's like, you leave that zone, right? You leave the zone from where you're just kicking back, relaxing, to you're kind of working a little bit.
Exactly. And that's a fine line. There's a lot of different channels that do a lot of different things in the way that they film bonuses, in the way that they film their channel content. Nothing is wrong, by no means. There's absolutely nothing that's wrong. It's just the personal preference of the channel on how their creation. Some people start at a bonus and they let it play there. Some people record the whole thing because they want the reality of, hey, I lost this. My cat just stepped on this. I hope I didn't do it. Some people record the whole bonus or the whole time because they want the reality of the video. You drop that on your channel, which is great. That's the NJ Slot Guy. Regardless, win, loss, he's posting the video of whatever he played, which is good. And a lot of people enjoy that reality.
And the important thing, you know, like I watch a lot of videos. I try to support the community. You will see everything. You will see big bets, small bets, big amounts of starting money, low amounts of starting money. You know, I watch some great channels that only bet start with $20 or $40, right? And they just go, and then if they lose, they lose. If they win, they keep going and stuff. And they have a lot of followers. And it's just about your personality, your attitude. Stay positive, be cheerful. But every formula seems to work, right? There's a lot of channels out there that have thousands of subscribers, and they're all different from each other.
Okay, so NJ Slot Guy says, every single channel, send me your shirts. I will wear them for cut-ins. Support, always support. We all need it. We're all in the same boat. I will always promote all of you as much as I can. Thank you, bro. I think he's waiting for everybody to send him a shirt so he can do one video of him taking off everybody's shirt in that video. That would be pretty awesome.
Yeah, that'd be pretty cool. Something else I'd like to bring up, guys. An idea that I'm playing with now is getting a shirt which will say Big Easy on the back, and then it'll say YouTube, and it'll have the QR code to my channel, and below it it'll say TikTok with the QR code on the opposite side. And that way when people watch you filming behind you, right, all they gotta do is pick their phone up and they can subscribe right to your channel or see who you are. So having a QR code somewhere on your body, on a card, on a place card, something so that it's easy for people to just go up and check it out, especially if they're younger, right? The younger generation, they live off those QR codes. They love that stuff.
Definitely. Let me answer Robert's question. Robert Kozinski says, how long does it take for a channel or a hobby channel to turn into a business channel? And does it ruin some of the channels? Bro, it's like this. It depends on why you start your channel. I see channels out there that say, oh, I'm just doing this for fun. I just want to have a good time. I just want to go record my stuff. I want to just have a good time and just share that good time with everybody. Hey, they hit 1,000 subscribers. Hey, this has become a business. Or they don't even hit 1,000 subscribers. They get to like 700 subscribers. And then they say, hey, I need to get to 1,000 subscribers. I need to get 1,000 subscribers. Well, if it's just for fun, why do you need to get to 1,000 subscribers? You don't get 1,000 subscribers if it's just for fun. If it's just for fun, you're putting it out there for everybody to watch. Doesn't make a difference. If you're using it as a business, then yes, absolutely, you need to put that out there, and you need to make sure that you get that 1,000 subscribers and that you have spreadsheets. NJ Slot says it's no longer fun for him because everything is work. It is work to put one of these channels together if you're using it as a business. You have to go into the casino. You have to record everything. It costs money to record the videos. It costs money to put that content up there. And it does become work. But if you start off in the beginning as recording like that, you want to make it into a business, do it that way. Keep having fun with whatever you do. If you're not enjoying it, I started to love YouTube videos, so it makes it more enjoyable for me to put this content out there. I am loving becoming a social influencer by producing these videos. If it gives you some kind of enjoyment, hey, I hope it does. I hope I could reach one of you. I hope that you know what you contact me and say I want to be on your show. I would love to have you on my show. You know
Yeah.
that's the reality of it. Vegas to Cali, thank you for coming in. I enjoy doing this. I enjoy meeting different slot channels. I enjoy meeting different people. I enjoy going to casinos and now interacting with people. I've been going to Harris SoCal for years now. Our guest, how long have you been going to Harris SoCal?
I have been going to sales forever, for 20 years, 30 years.
Okay.
It's been a long time.
Yeah.
But more lately and stuff.
So
It used to be more of a drive for me, but now it's relatively close. But it's my favorite local casino.
okay, so
because my son loves it. He loves the lazy river there. So usually all summer we're there.
Okay.
We're there a lot, and all day I'm at the pool with him, and then I get to gamble at night.
So we've probably crossed paths several times. Since I started doing a channel, I started talking to more people in the casino, or people see me record and they say, "Hey, you got a channel," just like you and Blue Collar, right?
Yeah, that's
You
correct.
never met Blue Collar if you didn't pull out your phone.
Yeah, I mean it's
So
you'll have more people come up. It was funny. I had a lady come up to me the other day and she goes, "Are you one of those people that gets money in the mail and then you gamble it, and then if you win, you send them back the profits?" And I was like, that sounds like a scam, ma'am. If anyone's trying to get you to give them money to gamble for you, don't do it.
can you send me her name and address? I'm joking.
Yeah.
I'm joking, bro.
He's my number one
but,
fan.
You know, oh, is she? That's awesome. But that's the reality of it. We've probably sat next to a lot of these channels and not even known who they are, especially in SoCal.
Yeah.
You know,
I mean,
so the benefit of doing YouTube is the friendships for sure.
yeah, community, for me, the biggest reward is the community, right? I wasn't expecting it, when I got into it. I never even thought about it, and now for sure it's a blessing. It's the best thing about the channel. So if anyone asks me what's the biggest reward you've had from your channel, it's not winning the grand jackpot. It's the community that I fell into, all these people that are just great individuals and stuff. They're so supportive, and it's wonderful. It really is.
It definitely is. So I'm not going to keep you too much longer, but I do have some questions for you. I want to run down. She went to. You guys can see this, but it says the RhinoMan on it. She got me this Rhino. Really appreciate it. She's getting married in Cabo next year in June.
Oh, nice.
Looking forward to that. But I have some questions for you. These are going to be rapid fire questions, and then we'll let you get back to gambling. You are in Laughlin right now, correct?
Correct. I'm in Laughlin right now. So,
and this is the same spot where you hit the grand, right?
This is the same spot, and I am playing that machine tomorrow at the same time before I head home. So the story was, I was going. My friend just bought a house here on the river.
Okay.
And I had placed some bets on the UFC, and I was going to go have dinner with them. And I had some free play. I had $50 in free play that expired at 10 p.m. So I said, I'm just going to go look for a machine. And I was looking for either a Dragon Cash machine or Lightning Link, and that was the only one that was open. So that's kind of where the whole divine intervention thing kind of came in for me. After I hit him, going like, oh, wait up, things are starting to line up now. Like, I'm not sure that this was just a pure accident,
Okay. I hope it lines up for you again tomorrow for sure, or today, later on today.
Yeah, it'd be great.
I'm going to ask you rapid fire questions. Tell me what you would.
All right. You're breaking up a little bit, but go for it.
Or scientific games?
I didn't get that one.
Okay, let me do this. Let me end this one so that will. Okay, how's that?
All right,
You
let's
got
do it.
me?
I'm ready.
Okay. Aristocrat or scientific? Billy F and Slots, thank you for coming in, bro. Aristocrat or scientific games?
Scientific.
Okay. Konami or Ainsworth?
Konami.
Okay. Huff and Puff or piggy banking?
Piggy banking.
Golden Century or Autumn Moon?
Golden Century. I hate Autumn Moon. She's so mean. She has to be an
Okay.
ex-wife.
She probably is. She's one of
Yeah.
Oya's exes for sure. Okay, how about Genghis Khan or Peace and Long Life?
Genghis. Actually, Genghis.
Okay, Genghis Khan. Okay, how about three real machines or Kino?
Probably Kino.
Okay, 80s music or 90s music?
Oh, 80s.
Ford or Chevy?
Ford. Even though I drive a
Okay,
Chevy Camaro.
you drive a Chevy Camaro
Yeah.
and you're choosing Ford. That
Yeah. Well,
tells you something, guys.
all my previous cars were either Ford Mustangs or Ford trucks.
Okay.
But I just
I,
like the look of the Camaro. So
I'm in a Mustang now, so it's all
yeah.
good. Led Zeppelin or Kiss?
Man, that's a tough one because Kiss was my favorite all-time band, but Led Zeppelin was so great. But I'm gonna go with Kiss because that was my first love in rock and roll. So
Gene Simmons. There you
yeah.
go. Okay, bro. Hey, I appreciate you coming in. Guys, thank you guys. Tomorrow, you're not going to want to miss this show. Top Dollar Mike is in the house. It's going to be a great show. This weekend sometime, I have Wong's Casino Adventure, ultra mega high limit. If you haven't checked out his channel, check it out. They're $1,000 spins that he does. It's going to be a fantastic interview. Can't wait. My cat's not going to be lying here, but he's here right now. Until next time, TikTok. Thank you for coming in. I'm going to get a little bit better with the TikTok, and we'll have some more interaction. Maybe I could get it on my computer so I could have the guest on the show instead of you guys just looking at this ugly face. But until next time, guys, let the good times roll, and we will see you then.
Thanks,
Thank you,
guys. Thank
everybody,
everyone
for
for
being
joining
in.
us. Appreciate it from the bottom of my heart, guys. Thank you very much.
And yeah, absolutely, absolutely. Okay.